Felipe must be at another one. Are you still doing stuff with that? You are, right?
There's no light.
Yay! Finally! I give Sean crap all the time. Last.
All right, welcome to the 2019 opener of Stadium Star Sports Hawaii High School football here in the open division between two ILH storied schools, the St. Louis Crusaders, who are looking for their 30th straight victory going in the course of the last several years, and they will be going against the Kamehameha Warriors. Again, a lot in stake here. Kamehameha coming into this matchup with one win and two losses, but coming off a win against Samoan power Whangaitua. St. Louis, we know what they have done last weekend with a win that sent shockwaves through the nation, a win over the three-time national champion, Bishop Gorman Gales. So joining me here will be in her debut at Stadium Star Sports, Kristen Kumakura. Kristen,
Hi.
welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's
You
been
know,
fun.
Kristen, just around 2 minutes before we got on air, the winds start to pick up. Some heavy rains seemingly coming out from nowhere from Halava Valley. How's that going to affect our players here today?
Maybe it could have been a nice, refreshing field warming kind of thing. But there was a nice rainbow before, and now the players are coming out on the field. And here we go. Cheerleaders are welcoming them. Kamehameha
gotta-
looks pumped.
Kristen, you got to love that feeling of football in the fall, right?
You know, I played soccer in high school. I'm not going to lie. I love playing games in the rain. Nice, refreshing, kept you nice and cool. Maybe that will help these players tonight, or we'll find out.
Yeah, and that's something we're definitely going to track, Kristen, as far as these teams. Kamehameha, they're traditionally a running offense. St. Louis likes to throw the ball 30 or 40 times a game. So that is definitely something that we're going to be monitoring here throughout. Now, for Kamehameha, very good defensive team. They've given less than 2 touchdowns per contest, but their offense still struggling. We have a quarterback in Keone Kiai, number 8, a junior at 5'10". Now, you played soccer in a very pressure-packed situation, captaining a defense, playing on that back line of a soccer team. How important is being a communicator, letting everyone know what's going on, during the course of a game? How important is that?
Well, for the quarterback for Kamehameha, going in against a really tough team, offensively, their passing is on point. Like you said, their defense kind of struggles a little bit. It's going to be an interesting game, honestly. But we'll find out if the quarterback can get his offense and communicate, like you said, and hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, Kiai is looking for his first touchdown throwing in this 2019 campaign. He has thrown 5 interceptions, but Kamehameha losing close games against Kahuku at Kahuku, and they played a rare game on Punho's campus several weeks back. So you're talking about competition, iron sharpening iron, so important. How important is it for these teams? Now you see like the Kamehameha St. Louis is playing with the Kahukus and the Campbells and the Mililanis as far as going through a season facing very tough competition week in and week out.
I think it was a good test for them. They know what they have to work on through prior games, and maybe they worked on it during practice throughout the week and maybe increase their skills, their communication. Hopefully, they can get down, talk to each other, be patient, and just listen to each other and see what happens. Hopefully, the quarterback is out of his head, doesn't feel too much pressure coming into this game.
And in football, you have the offense, defense, and special teams, 3 parts of the game, and we're going to see one of those 3 parts in the special teams. Kamehameha traditionally has very good return men. St. Louis will kick off to start things here in this contest. Again, St. Louis looking for win number 30 in a row here, which during Cowley's illustrious career, he's had streaks in which he has won over 60 games in a row back in the 1990s. But suffice to say, St. Louis's run has been against the top teams week in and week out, as displayed with their huge upset victory against Bishop Gorman.
30 wins straight. That is impressive if they can make that win tonight for St. Louis.
Yep, and Kamehameha will have to play near perfect ball here, as the kickoff is a short one. It'll be picked up at the 11-yard line as he wades his way through the blockers, and a whole bunch of white shirts envelops the return man for a very short return. Kamehameha will start at the 17-yard line. And as you mentioned before, Kristen, this is going to be the big test here. Kamehameha will get the ball first. And let's see which quarterback comes onto the field here. We thought it was Kiai Keoni. Instead, it's going to be Jonah Ewan, number 12. So Ewan also has had a few snaps for Kamehameha. Maybe that was a surprise starter, but a little twist in the plot, Kristen.
Yeah, let's see how that offense turns out with a different quarterback.
Yep, and so far, no throw. They're going to run with Kavika Clemente, who is the leading rusher for Kamehameha for a couple, as we see here on the replay. And as you see there, Jordan Botello running out the running back on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 9 here. Clemente from the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. They're going to come out throwing, and it's picked off. With reservations for 6, it's Harvey Welch, the 5'7" junior, and St. Louis. Before you could blink once, they're in the end zone already. And almost a dream start here for the Crusaders. As we're going to see here on the replay, throw that was telegraphed, and Welch, who has played in the varsity level last year as a sophomore, has seen that play hundreds of times in practice. And St. Louis on the board here. Talking about being on their way to getting that 30th straight victory. Everything is going to plan so far if you're wearing the white shirt. So 7-0, 11:44 left here, as again, we see this replay here from another angle of Harvey Welch going into the end zone. We'll be right back. This is Stadium Stars Sports.
And this year's winner, Marcus Mariota.
Mariota is Hawaii's first.
Marcus puts the team on his back. Look at Mariota with a vicious block to
Unbelievable. Marcus catches his own pass.
Marcus Mariota. Touchdown!
This isn't my journey. It's ours.
All right, and we're back here. Ryan Nagano, Kristen Kumakura here, bringing to you ILH action here in the Open Division. St. Louis, it's their defense making waves here, gained that first score. And right before we went to break, Kristen, you mentioned that it was just a perfect read there by the defender.
Yeah, I think number 32, he saw that the quarterback looking for his receiver, and he just read it really well, intercepted that ball, and was easily into the touchdown zone.
Yep, Harvey Welch. He has had a couple interceptions last year. Again, he's only a junior. And there's one thing about the St. Louis team, Kristen. Their depth is just so much. You look at the lineup. We have a lineup in front of us, and it has over 100 names. As Clemente slips on the turf there. We talked about that rain earlier, and I think that played a part on Clemente's return. We'll check it right here, the replay of that return.
Oh, yep, he took a nice slip right there.
So, yep, that's the first instance in which the precipitation from around 5 to 10 minutes earlier has played a part. And Ewan is back into the contest at quarterback here. So let's see if he can shake off of that interception.
After the play.
And looks like here's our first call from head official Cal Evans.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, receiving team number 21. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Kamehameha.
Okay, so that's Manaya Kalani Wolfgram there who got the infraction after the whistle penalty. That doesn't help matters for Kamehameha, who starts in not the best field position, starting from their own 11-yard line. It's Ewan from the pistol. Handoff. It's going to be Clemente again, and there was a hole momentarily.
Ooh,
No
like
whistle, and the ball squirts loose. But 2 fingers in the air by Cal Evans, meaning that it's going to be second down. Again, probably is that rain, that precipitation earlier, Kristen, that played a part in that.
It's definitely getting to the players' feet. They're just tripping all over it. The turf they have to get used to it somehow.
It'd be interesting to know what kind of cleats or what kind of footwear that they use here. As it's going to be a bounce out for Clemente. Clemente is brought down there by St. Louis defender Iona Purcell, 5'10", 200-pound linebacker, only a freshman. Playing on the big stage here at Aloha Stadium. Not a lot of freshmen on this roster of over 100 people. He's a good one. Definitely one of those names to look forward to for the next 2 to 3, maybe 4 years. May have to feel bad for these other schools in the open division as Ewan breaks out of the pocket, throws, finds a man across the middle. That is Blaze Kamoku. He is down at the 25-yard line, good enough for the first down, and that was a huge play, Kristen. You could feel that momentum quickly going towards St. Louis's side. Good resilience.
Yeah, if you look at the replay, the quarterback finds that open player and was able to make that first down.
Yep, as we go back in the live play here, first Hawaiian Bank first down, and it was Clemente that slips up a yard away from the line of scrimmage. He will lose one. It's going to be second. It's going to be second and 11. So 9:47 left here in the first quarter. And now Kamehameha here, changing up the play here. There's going to be a bunch formation to the top of the screen. Hoping to shake off those early nerves here. Again, it's going to be a hitch route there to the outside. And that's going to be Kahikili Pahio, 5'10", senior there. Gets a few on that gain. Kristen, tell me about the quarterback right now. He had that early interception that gone for the touchdown, but now made a few good throws.
He has made a few good throws. He just has to shake it off. It was just a minor mistake. Just get off his head. And I know he feels the pressure, but he just has to shake it off, get his mind into the game, and continue playing.
Well, another big obstacle here for Ewan here. No backs here. He's going to go on a sprint out. Botello giving chase, and it's intercepted into the flat. And it's going to be Kaiser Canberra Cho, a 6'2" senior. St. Louis, another turnover. And talking about growing pains here for the Kamehameha offense so far.
Oh, no. He is not going to be happy. He's going to feel a lot of just in his head, won't be able to shake it off for a little bit, but he has to if he wants to get back in this game. And, you know, it's only the first quarter. There's a lot more game time. He has to get it out.
Absolutely. That margin of error or that learning curve is pretty steep here at this point, as St. Louis, again, with plus field position in Kamehameha territory. Our first look at Jaden DeLaura here, Kristen, as he has all day to throw. He's going to throw off the back foot. It's Isaac Silva. And that's going to be good for close to 14 to 15 yards. And the Saints go marching in here. First down in the red zone. What's your impression of Jaden DeLaura here throughout the season?
Smart. He's a smart quarterback, and then also his wide receivers play with him. As you saw, the wide receiver was going down the line, but he had also one by him.
You know, you talk about that communication and understanding before the opening kickoff, and that showed right there. As DeLaura here looks off a receiver, finds Matthew Sexton, UCLA verbal commit here as he powers his way inside the 5-yard line. Again, another first down. This time we first and goal here for the Saints, or for the Crusaders, I should say.
Ooh, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
It looks a lot like last week against Bishop Gorman. I know you had a front seat towards that upset between the two powers.
That was a good game.
Yeah, especially if you're a Crusader fan, as Kohu Kamakavivoole here, still on his feet. It's almost a rugby maul down to the 1-yard line. It'll be second and goal, but St. Louis known for their passing, but you saw last week against Bishop Gorman, hey, they can run the ball too.
They can run the ball, and like the offense is pretty sad. Kamehameha is going to have to find a way to read their running passes, and try and stop them.
Well, it's second and goal here. They go without a huddle, as it's going to be Kamakavivoole batters his way into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis. No penalty flags detected. And with 8:23 left, a lot of the experts and the pundits were kind of expecting this here. St. Louis defense doing their job, giving the St. Louis offense the short field, and now, Kristen, the execution has been on point so far.
They are not making any mistakes. They are on point with pretty much everything they do.
Absolutely. As Napu'unoa here will kick this one through the uprights. And it's going to be 14-0 here. Before we go to break, we'll check out the replay of the score. Kohu Kamakavivoole into the end zone again for his second touchdown of the year. 14-0 St. Louis. You're watching Stadium Star Sports.
Oh, Hawaii self-storage. Oh, Hawaii self-storage. Box 'em, pack 'em, store 'em, lock 'em. Imua.
Back here, Ryan Nagano, Christian Kumakura here with the opening week of Open Division ILH ball here from the showplace of the Pacific, Aloha Stadium. You see the score 14-0. It's been pretty much business as usual, Christian, for St. Louis. We had the Harvey Welch pick six interception for St. Louis's first score, and Kaiser Cambertro's interception setting up the Kamakavivoole 3-yard touchdown run, 14-0 St. Louis. Your thoughts so far of St. Louis's dominance?
I mean, they're pretty much just speaking really loud right now, what they're bringing to the field and what they're showing, and how they're just pretty much saying, like, we can't be stopped, and that's pretty much what is happening right now.
You know, Kristen, X's and O's aside here, tell me about the mental mindset that Kamehameha needs to have here, down 2 scores. How can they get themselves back into the game as far as trying to overcome these early mistakes?
You know, not just like the quarterback has to communicate, everyone just has to come together in a huddle, just shake it off and get their groove back. Like, get out of their heads of the 2 little interceptions and just play.
Well, let's see if Kamehameha can do it here on special teams, as Clemente has a hole here, has an opening close to the 26, 27-yard line. So you can see the Warriors here. They still have a lot of fight left, and as you mentioned, they still have a lot of time also.
Yeah, it's only the first quarter. 14-0, that is not the farthest lead, but it is a lead that Kamehameha has to come back and fight for. And I think they can do it. Just have to clear their heads, like I said before, and play hard like I know they can do.
Well, we have a quarterback change here for Kamehameha. It's going to be Kiai Keoni, who many thought was going to be the starter here for the Warriors. Warriors will have a man in motion here, and they're going to go with the inside run. So it's Clemente again, and may have a yard. Actually, they're going to say he gained nothing on that play. Again, it's the freshman, Iona Purcell, 5'10", 200 pounds, younger brother of 2017 hero Noah Purcell from that St. Louis linebacking core. And let's see what the Warriors do here on second down. They're actually going to give them a yard. 2nd and 9. And it's going to be Keoni from the gun here. Long count. And facing a 4-man rush, breaks the pocket immediately, crosses the 30, slides to around the 33-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and makeable, maybe around 5 yards to go here. Tell me about the play of Keoni here so far.
Well, when you look downfield, his receivers are just covered. The safeties on St. Louis, they're reading that well. He had that small pocket and he took it. I think that was the best option for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Keoni, a 3-year varsity member here, and it's talking about that football IQ, you know, when things break down as it is right now here.
Ooh.
And it's going to be, couldn't escape the clutches of Sonny Masaniai. And he didn't really have a lot of time to get rid of that ball or even look downfield. That St. Louis defense is really fast, Kristen.
Oh, they are. I have no idea what the O-line for Kamehameha is going to do right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to evaluate on the fly here, as Kamehameha will have to make a late substitution. I think there was a scratch or some sight of blood, so they're going to have to do the quick substitution. Referees, of course, will allow the substitution to happen before they wind the play clock. 6 minutes left here in the first quarter on the game clock, as it's going to be a high punt there by Keaton Downing. It's going to take a Warrior roll that takes a tightrope along the far sideline. And it's going to be spotted at the 24-yard line. That's a 47-yard punt and no return. So good job there by the Warriors. And, Kristen, this is going to be the first time we see the St. Louis offense on their own side of the field.
That is very true. Little more room to play, but they're known for those long throws, so we'll see what happens now.
Yeah, we may be seeing 1 or 2 of them on this drive. You have the feeling that the St. Louis coaching staff are just like a whole pot of sharks. They're smelling blood in the water right now as Delora looks for Sykes. Sykes catches it at the 30. Almost wrestles away from the tackle from Dane Maeva. Good for a gain of 9. And it's almost, when you see the St. Louis offense, Kristen, it looks so easy. It looks so fluid. It looks like everyone's on the same page.
Definitely. It's like an orchestra, just nice flowing. Nothing is in their way.
Well, let's see if the Warriors can bring on some heavy metal here on 2nd and 1. Delora will take off. 40-45, gallops his way. Baseball slide past midfield. And they're going to spot him at the Warrior 48-yard line. And again, he looks so confident, knows what he's doing, very sure of himself. 2nd year as a varsity quarterback.
That was unreal. They are reading the Kamehameha defense wide and smart.
Well, let's see what the Warriors do here. We haven't seen them blitz so far. They may want to change things up here on 1st down and 10. Delora finds a receiver coming across the middle. That's Isaac Silva. We'll get, I'll call it 4 yards on the play. Very safe, high percentage throw. And just like Kamehameha, they're also going without a huddle here. Trying to up the tempo. And what's that? And I think what that is doing is that it's forcing Kamehameha not to substitute any of their players and see if they can wear them down. See Delora here with 4 wide receivers. Kamakavivo Ole is the lone setback. 5-man rush here for the Warriors. Delora steps up, throws, and off the hands of Nishigaya and almost intercepted by Evan Rao, the 5'8" sophomore defensive back. That would have been a big treat there for the Warriors. They weren't able to take advantage. And Kristen, it seems like, when you have those 50-50 plays, those plays where off a tip and you should have been there and you're down by 2 scores, that has to play in the mind a little bit.
It definitely does. You see that ball right there on the tip of your fingers. It's gonna eat you alive a little bit.
Well, Delora is eating this defense alive right now there as gets ushered out of bounds past the 35 down to the 34-yard line. That should be enough for another St. Louis first down. Right now we're at the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. Seems like a fast-moving first quarter if you're a St. Louis fan, and if you're a Kamehameha, you can't wait till you hit all zeros and hit the reset button or something. Again, 4 wide receivers in their first Hawaiian Bank first down here for St. Louis. It's going to be Delora. Delora is going to take a shot downfield. Roman Wilson, pitch and catch. And Delora with palms upward, looking at the crowd like, hey, you want one more? I'll give you one more. Touchdown, St. Louis.
Wow.
Kristen, let's check out this beautiful virtuoso here, courtesy of St. Louis.
Oh, that was beautiful. They communicated without even talking, and he read that very well.
That's a senior to a senior on that connection there, Delora to Wilson. Penalty flag thrown right as Napu'unoa puts it to the upright, so now they're going to have to talk about this one a little bit. Let's see if the extra point stands. Here's the call from Cal Evans.
Illegal formation, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay the try.
So, Kristen, they're going to have to do this one over here. It's almost one of the very few mistakes that St. Louis has done so far. Sometimes when you see this efficiency and, they're doing this with almost seemingly no effort, one will have to think on the minds of the Kamehameha players on how they're going to have to reverse this.
Oh, it's going to be tough for them, but, the coach has to just sit down with them, talk to them, let them shake it off, and come back second quarter tough.
All right, well, score now at 20-0 here, and we're going to go right to break after this replay here. As you see, Napu'unoa, that kick, no good, as it looks like one of my golf shots off the 8-iron, going way left. 20-0, you're watching Stadium Star Sports. We'll be right back.
How many plays was that? 5?
All right, and we're back here at Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union Field at Lowell Stadium. Ryan Nagano joined by Kristen Kumakura here, and as you see the score, 20-0. You called it, Kristen. St. Louis was going to go deep, going to go with the long ball, and they've done it. Their 6-play, 74-yard drive culminated by that Delora to Roman Wilson 34-yard bomb.
I wasn't hoping, but, for the sake of Kamehameha, I was not hoping for that long throw. But at the same time, St. Louis never disappoints. That long throw was going to come one way or another.
Well, the Crusaders haven't disappointed for the span of close to 3 years at this point. They're looking for their 30th straight victory. And one should point out that a lot of their victories have occurred ever since of this reclassification of schools in the open division. So they're facing Hawaii's best week in and week out. As you see the kickoff taken from around the 9-yard line of Kamehameha here, looking for that gate off the near side. It's going to be Pahio. And Pahio there takes a hit way out of bounds. It'll be a penalty flag. Actually, that's looks like Michael Lilo, number 3. Oh, no, it is Pahio, number 9. Excuse me. We'll check it out here on the replay of that return, Kristen.
Might be a late hit.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, kicking team number 16. 15-yard penalty, first down, Kamehameha.
So they end up getting Jayton Kamaunu there with the late hit out of bounds. As great job there by the Aloha Stadium camera crew there. It's almost like it was going right into your living room. And for Kamehameha here, down by 3 scores, it's going to be Kiai Keoni remaining in the ball game at quarterback. Remember, it was Jonah Ewan starting the contest for Kamehameha. Clemente is the lone setback here, and St. Louis is going to rush 4. It's going to be a sprint out throw there, and they're going to get around 4 on the play. Good high percentage throw by Kamehameha. But Kristen, as you saw last week against Bishop Gorman, speed, and more speed from St. Louis's defense.
Oh, yeah, as you just saw, it was once Kamehameha or the opponent team has the ball, St. Louis just swarms in like nothing. There's all white shirts around them. They're fast.
Yep, and, you know, in case the nation didn't know, they've really served notice to teams, even like Bishop Gorman, about that as the fumble off the missed exchange. Looks like Kamehameha does get it back. And things seemingly going from bad to worse at this point here for the Warriors. And on that fumble, Kristen, you know, we were talking about the rain earlier, but now it has not rained since kickoff. That was just a miscommunication on that play.
The rain was just a nice shower to welcome the game.
Yep, the way that only a little stadium can here, as now the lights are at full blown here. Friday night lights here from Halava. And it's going to be Keoni, and Keoni swallowed up there. Masaniai, Botello, the usuals in the backfield again here for St. Louis. And Kristen, you know, you played you played several sports in high school that was predicated by speed. How important is speed in the high school game, and can it be overcome?
It is very important. I mean, quarterback-wise, look at the defense line, come at you, get rid of that ball real quick. At the defensive line, they're going to come at you hard with all the speed they can.
And another good punt here for Kamehameha as it goes to the 33-yard line. And St. Louis will start again, this time from their own 34-yard line here. 2:17 left here in the first quarter. A game highly anticipated. Usually when these two teams square off, a lot of hard hitting, a lot of intensity, but it seems like one of the two teams got off the bus and came ready to play. St. Louis here again from the standard 4 receiver position. Some call this the 3-by-1 set. Delora here, long count, and he's going to have time to throw. He has all day. He's checking his wristwatch. And now Nishigaya there gets it for a couple yards. But even a better tackle there by Kobe Tam, the 5'9" junior defensive back. Kobe did some good film study during the week and knew where Nishigaya was going to be.
Oh, my goodness. He was just dancing in the field. They had so much time. That was a nice tackle by Kamehameha.
Well, that was good for 3 yards on that play. Usually when Delora has that much time, St. Louis can go for a lot farther. We'll see what happens here on second downs. Delora here finds Roman Wilson, and Wilson there carrying a couple blue shirts on his back.
Ooh.
before it takes half the team to finally bring him down to ground. But good tackle there by Kamehameha. Talking about speed, Roman Wilson, the state sprint champion last year, going to Ann Arbor, or at least verbally committed to the University of Michigan.
Wow.
Can't think of a Hawaii player in the sport of football that has gone to Michigan. I tell you, St. Louis got that much talent there, Kristen. There's Delora here.
Ooh.
Finds his way, and
Oh.
finally he's going to be bear hugged to the ground. No whistle, and finally he's going to get thrown down to the ground. Penalty flag thrown. Now credit the sack first to Spencer Salcedo, a 5'9" junior defensive line. What should also be added that there was no whistle from the officials, and let that play matriculate until a judo throw at the end of the play. Cal Evans with a lot to sort out here.
After the play, personal foul, offense number 60, unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty, 4th down.
Wow.
You know, Kristen, even though it was a quarterback being thrown to the ground, this infraction is going to go against big number 60, Kahekili Katret. 6'4", 380 pounds. That is not a typo.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, he's taking over for Arasi Mose, who is now donning the black and green of UH, and Arasi was 6'4", 360. So, yeah, I don't know. St. Louis driving must be feeding him pretty good there. As you see, a high punt, and Clemente will fair catch this at the 43-yard line. 32 seconds left. So good field position finally for the Warriors.
Yeah, that was a big play for Kamehameha to get that quarterback sack and forcing St. Louis to do a kick. They're a good field position to make a touchdown right before going into the second quarter.
Yeah, and, you know, as you mentioned before, there's still a lot of time. We're still in the first quarter. But at the same time, the urgency needs to be there, yeah, for the Warriors. No doubt about that. At quarterback, it looks like it's still going to be Kiai Keoni. Clemente is the lone setback, and they're going to put in an extra tight end here. It's going to be a RPO play there. Clemente gets the carry. He'll be dropped for 1 yard. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Let's see if they run another play. And the Warriors are trying to do their best in trying to control the game by having their offense out on the field longer than they have been. But the execution needs to be there also. And with that, after 1 quarter of play, St. Louis 20, Kamehameha 0. A lot of domination from the 3-time state champions. You're watching Stadium Star Sports. We'll be right back.
Getting in shape just got easier with the new and improved Kaiser Permanente Fit Rewards. Exclusive to our members, Fit Rewards is expanding to any fitness center statewide in 2019. Simply join Kaiser Permanente and hit the gym of your choice 45 times, and you could earn a $200 reward or a free gym membership. From yoga studios to boot camps, chances are you qualify. Learn more at kp.org/fitrewards today.
All right, welcome back here for second quarter action. As you see here, 20-0, St. Louis over Kamehameha. And just domination here so far by the Crusaders. But Kamehameha looking to put together a drive near midfield. Now joining me here for second quarter action is none other than Hio Pelesasa.
Hey, how you doing, brother? How you doing, Ryan?
Now, Hio, you have some football and rugby experience in the past here. Usually when these two teams square up, it's very physical, it's very brutal.
Right.
But right now, it's still St. Louis with the domination.
Yes. So right now with the St. Louis and their standings and stuff like that, with St. Louis is 3-0 and Kamehameha is at 1-2, right? So they're battling in right now as far as Kamehameha want to get in there.
Well, on that play, they decided to go with the slip screen now to Rex Kimura, 5'6" senior running back. But check it out here on the replay, Hio, of the team speed of St. Louis on defense.
Right, by the looks of it right now is with Kamehameha trying to get those gains. But St. Louis is the defense is really into it right now.
Well, good chase down pursuit by Jonathan Alualu. Almost 300 pounds, but bearing down on the ball carrier there. It is third down and 13. It's going to be Keone there, intercepted. And let's see how far they take this one. It's going to be Kamui Latu. He had 10 interceptions last year. Here's his first one of 2019. Good for a pick six. Touchdown, St. Louis. Hio, it's the St. Louis defense really taking charge of this contest.
Right. Talk about the footwork, getting in there and keep moving forward is what I saw in that play.
And you can see here, Latu there, all-state first-teamer. Again, he had 10 interceptions last year. Talking about a ball hawk.
Wow.
Napu'unoa there as a band of showers making its way here onto Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union Field. Score now 27-0. Just a few minutes or a minute off the clock here in the second quarter, and already, Hio, we are looking at the possibility of mercy rule. As we take a look at the extra point here.
And that was
right to the uprights there. So, Hio, I know during the first quarter you're paying a lot of attention to detail about with these two squads here. You were also here last week during the Bishop Gorman contest against St. Louis.
Right.
A lot of people would think, hey, maybe St. Louis expended a lot of energy. They may have a letdown here in this game against Kamehameha. I see no sign of a letdown. Nope. How about you?
I think they're taking their time. I think they're trying to get their momentum going, and that's what I see. And they're just keeping those strides in and just continue to move forward, getting those gains.
Yeah, precisely. Napu'unoa here with the ball teed off at the 40-yard line, driving kick. And this one will go into the end zone. There's Skylar Ramos, that was Blaise Komoku, unable to return this one out. And the Warriors will again start from the 20-yard line here. The Warriors averaging just under 2 touchdowns as far as points given up in their 3 contests.